Welcome back to YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Today's going to be another product review. It's going to be in the Streamlight ProTac 2.0 Rail Edition. This is the newest light, I believe, from Streamlight. So full disclosure here, I did reach out to Streamlight. They were kind to send this out for me to review. They sent it about 3-4 months ago. I just haven't got a chance to make video yet. It's been super busy. So let's jump down closer and we'll take a look at this. All right, to bring you guys a little closer again, this is the Streamlight ProTac 2.0 Rail Mount Edition. We'll unbox it and see what all comes inside. So right off the bat, you get the battery. We'll go over this in a bit here. Get the flashlight itself. Inside the packaging, USB-C charging cord and the tape switch. And then you get your manual and your sticker. All right, first thing I'm going to talk about is the battery here. This is not an 18650, but it is their proprietary SLB50 protected lithium ion battery. This is nice because it's got a chargeable port up here for you to charge, and they do include a cord for you. I kind of like this option because you can charge this and you don't have to run on a lot of batteries. And one last thing, going back to the charging function of this, I forgot to mention that if you guys pull down this sleeve here, this actually does expose the battery and the charging port there, so you can actually just charge it there versus taking off the cap. If you take off the cap and look inside of the cavity here, it does have a big hole there, but it is O-ring sealed, so water cannot get in. So basically when you put your battery in, like I said, you can't put it in the wrong way. It only goes in one way, and that lines up with the hole here. Just a more convenient way for you to charge your battery versus taking off the tail cap, charging it, and putting it back in. All right, so here's the flashlight itself. Again, this is the Streamlight ProTac 2.0. This is the Rail Edition. They do make the same exact model that just has a push button here and a clip that you can use for everyday carry as a handheld. But this one here, like I mentioned, is a rail mount, and I wanted to try it on my rifle, so they sent this out for me to do a review. Now, the first thing you're going to notice about this flashlight when you take it out the packaging is that it is pretty big compared to the regular scout light that a lot of people use. This is going to be about 1 inch longer, and it's going to be wider in the front and the back. So all Streamlight flashlights, they feature the 10-tap programming. I'll go over that here in a bit. So the ProTac 2.0 has 3 programmable functions. It has the high strobe, high only, and the high low. At the high setting, it has 2000 lumens, a 266 meter beam, and it runs 2.5 hours. On the low setting, it's going to have 250 lumens, a 93 meter beam, and the runtime on it is going to be 11 hours. And on the strobe feature for signaling and disorienting, it's going to run 4.5 hours. Now the high setting, I forgot to mention, this is going to be 2000 lumens and 17,000 candela. For anyone who doesn't know, lumens is going to be basically the spill, and the candela is going to be the focus center point. So the higher the candela, basically your flashlight's going to shoot a little farther, and it's going to have a more focused beam in the middle. Higher lumens is going to be great for indoors because it's going to have a lot more spill, but not as much as a focused center. So there's going to be a trade-off for each one of those. So the ProTac 2.0 here is going to be waterproof, IP67 rated. You can submerge it up to 1 meter in water up to 30 minutes. And with the tape switch installed, it is going to turn to IPX4 rated. This also has a 2 meter impact resistance, and it is tested from the factory. I'm not going to do that testing because there's plenty of videos on YouTube that shows drop tests on these, and they do just fine. Another cool thing about this is that it's got a Picatinny rail mount here. It's very, very easy to use with the thumb screw. And if you don't like using this on a Picatinny rail and you want to use it on a Scout mount, you're in luck because Streamlight did make this Scout mount compatible, which is really nice. Basically, you just unscrew these 2 screws, this mount comes off, and you can use any Scout mount out there. So for you to install the battery, it's relatively simple. You just unscrew the back cap here, and if you guys see the front of the battery here, it kind of looks like a pig nose. Not sure if you guys can see it, but there's 2 little prongs inside there, and this can only go one way, so you drop this in, and if you turn it, say if you turn it in sideways like that and it's loose, you keep turning it until it drops to place and you can't turn it anymore. And then you screw the tail cap on. Looking from the back here, it does have a button here. It's a gas pedal style, meaning that if you slightly hold it with pressure, it'll turn on, but if you push the button, it'll turn on itself. So momentary, you just hold it with slight pressure, and then if you want to leave it on, push the button. Right next to it is going to be the light switch cap, and it is sealed with this cover. If you don't want to use it, you can just run it on the rail like that. Take the supplied tape switch. Now this tape switch is only momentary. I believe you can get the constant and momentary switch separately from Streamlight. Basically, you just put this in here, clicks into place, and you should be good to go. The nice thing about this is that this is maneuverable, so you can mount it on whichever part of your rifle that you like, and you can run this cord whichever way you like as well. Again, this is just momentary, so there's no constant on. So as you guys saw before, it does come with a bag of goodies here. We'll see what it comes with. This is all your mounting hardware that you can use if you'd like. So the first thing you know, it's going to come with zip ties, 2 big ones and 2 small ones. It comes also with 2 screws here. I have no clue what those are for. Double-sided 3M tape if you want to run it directly from the bottom of this switch to whatever rail that you want. And then it comes with 2 Picatinny rail mounts here. Basically what that is for is you mount this on top of your Picatinny rail, and then you can use this and put it on like that and like this, and it stays in place. You can't go any further because it's got a stop on both ends like that. And then if you want to make it a little bit more secure, you can go ahead and zip tie this onto your rail if you'd like. And just a few more specs to get out of the way. Again, the length on this is going to be 6.3 inches, and the weight on this is going to be 9.06 ounces. So that's going to be about half a pound. So if you're weight conscious, just keep that in mind. So like I said, this does have a couple functions. So this from the factory comes with high strobe, I believe. So what that is basically when you push the button once, it's going to be in high mode, and then double click is going to be strobe. You can actually change that, and that is the 10-tap programming. So for you to change your functions, you can either use the tail cap switch here or the tape switch. Doesn't really matter which one you use, it's going to function the same. You're going to click this tape switch or the light switch here 10 times, and then on the 10th time you're going to hold down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turns off. So now it's just going to be high only. So before, when I double tapped, it would strobe, but now it's just constant high. And for you to cycle through the next one, it's going to be high low. Same thing, you know, click the tail cap or the tape switch 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it, and then as you guys saw that, it kind of went from high and then low. So now that's low, that's high. So it's going to be low for the default setting now. So tap once, it's going to be low, and if you want high, double tap and you hold, and then it's going to be high. So it's going to be your liking. I'm actually going to change it back to just strictly high only. I'm actually going to change this back to high only because I don't see a use for low, high, or high strobe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the strobe feature. So now again, it's going to go high, strobe. I'm going to change it back to high only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now it should be just high only. Double tap, no strobe. Perfect. So that's how you're going to program the 10-tap feature. Most Streamlight flashlights will have it, and it'll be engraved in their body here saying that it is 10-tap programmable. So that's how you program your flashlight to whichever liking that you want. We're going to jump outside here shortly when it gets dark, and I'll show you guys the beam pattern on this, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're outside now, completely pitch black. It's about 9:30. So just going to see how this beam pattern looks like. Again, this is at full brightness, 2000 lumens. That white barn over there is about 40 yards away. So you guys see there, nice beam pattern, nice and wide. You can see the spill on the ground. We'll move to the red barn over there. That's about 40 yards as well. Again, the video does not do justice on actually how wide this beam is. It's actually pretty bright. And then that target down there, that is going to be 47 yards. So that's really pretty far. That tree right here is about, I'd say 30 yards or so. Again, nice beam pattern. You can see, nice spill. That tree bush there is about 20 yards. Again, 2000 lumens, 17K candela. So that archery target down there is 47 yards as well. Again, the camera's not doing justice, but this is the best I can do. but the spill from here all the way there you can see really well. Really good for positive identification all the way around. And as I'm holding this flashlight, I can actually feel the heat coming from the head of the flashlight. Alright, as you guys just saw, that was the Streamlight ProTac 2.0 rail mounted light. Again, I just want to say thanks to Streamlight for sending this out. They've been a great support of the channel. Only time will tell us see how well this is going to last and how well it performs. I'm actually going to be putting this onto my Davidson Defense 223 upper here. Like I mentioned, I've been running a lot of scout lights with the Malkoff heads, so this is going to be a little different. As you guys saw, outside the beam pattern is really nice, super wide. Again, just a short recap on what Candela versus Lumens. So Lumens is going to be the spill. Candela is going to be the hot center points. So the higher the lumens, you're going to have a more bigger spill. Higher the Candela, you're going to have a more focus point, and you're going to see a lot farther at a certain point. So what do I like about this flashlight? I do like that it comes with 2 switches in the back in case the tape switch was to fail or this rips out for some reason, which it could happen. You still have a backup here with a button. I do like that it comes with the Picatinny rail mount and the Scout mount option, just because a lot of flashlights are going that route with the Scout mount. And I also like the 2000 lumens, as you guys just saw. It's super bright. I do like the spill. Like I mentioned, this is going to go on my 223-556 upper, and this will serve a great purpose on that rifle. Big, beefy. I know it's going to last really long. That is it. If you guys have any questions, leave in the comment section below. I'll try my best to answer. Until next time, be safe, everyone.